everybody, welcome back. Now, new mics, sort of setup, sort of stuff. I'm still trying to configure them well enough because when I hear it back, sometimes it's not as loud, sometimes it's too loud, so maybe I just need to fine tune a couple of things. What's going on with my jacket? Hang on. Right. Goodbye. Right, there you go. I'm comfy again now. So, as you can see by today's title, as this is being recorded, Werner hasn't signed. Nothing's concrete. So, we're going to talk about, Ziyech, Werner. Where do we go from there from a Chelsea fan's perspective? You guys absolutely love these football rambles. I absolutely love talking about them and just giving my opinion whether it's right or wrong. I've got whatever's left of this. And a big up Aussie Man ASMR, because on his review I went and bought a fuck ton of Falim gum. There's a mixture of all the flavours in here. I must admit, it's not amazing. It's a little bit dead, if I'm being totally brutally honest to him, but I kind of like them because of that. They're very subtle flavours. We have mixed peachy fruits here, mixed berries there, but I'm going to finish off the packet that I've just been chewing on, and that is the mint with menthol, whatever it is. And I must admit, these are ridiculously, I wouldn't say they're chewing gum, I'd just say they were gum, as in rubber. It's almost like chewing someone's gum that's been stuck under a desk. The taste of plastic, like chewing on a pen lid. And it's not overly refreshing, it's more subtle, and like you're enjoying something rather than chewing them. Anyway, I like this flavour's nice. Anyway, I need to fix my chair, it's gone really squeaky. Anyway, so number one, what I want to talk about, we signed Hakim Ziyech. This is old news. We signed him for £36.6 million, and is estimated to be on around 100k a week, which Chelsea can afford that. That's old news. It's not anything spectacular, is it? Yes, I'm heavily knackered, guys. I've got a banging headache, and I'm wearing my glasses. Hair's a mess. I don't care. I want to record this, so I'm going to. Ziyech is an absolute baller. I'm really, really excited for him to come to Chelsea, if I'm totally honest. I think he's going to be a great signing for us. I do think he fits, not necessarily the style, he does fit the style very well. Lampard's got this fast sort of free-flowing football that we're trying to play at the minute, which is both exciting and a little bit naive at times. The defence lacks a little bit of composure at times, but attacking wise and going forward, it's great to have that sort of interlinking versatility, and Ziyech brings that really, really well. He can play right wing, left wing. He's played a lot, as far as I'm aware, at Cam or centre mid. So I think we've seen Mason Mount try it this season, where sometimes he's playing that sort of central centre mid role, sometimes he's playing wide, sometimes he's playing on the wing, and he's been really good at just sort of filling gaps. I think Ziyech brings that sort of style, but he's perfected it. He's good in that sense, and he knows what to do in the different roles. So I think in terms of fitting our style, or our new style, fitting Lampard's sort of philosophy, I'm tripping over my words, philosophy of playing, I think Ziyech is going to do a job. Now, when this video goes out. I'm not sure when it's going to go out because I haven't rearranged my videos. Let's take a quick look. It's going to be going out on Wednesday. Okay. Let me just add a little spice to that. Yeah, so you should be seeing this Wednesday. But as of today, we may or may not know whether the Werner signing is confirmed or not. But this is what I will say. There are 2 or 3 positions in Chelsea's squad. A striker, centre-back and left-back, where I feel that not only have we got a little bit too much choice, but the fact that the choices we've got are often detrimental to the team as a whole. So let me talk you through this. We've got Abraham, who's young, really wants to do well, has proven that he's a talent in the team and deservedly so, he needs to be playing striker. Second of all, we have the likes of Giroud and Batshuayi, both of which are great players in their own respect. Giroud's great, but he's getting old. I know he came back and did a really good job for us when he could, and rightfully so, earned his place back into the team on a few occasions. But I do think that he's coming up to his expiry date. I don't know how else I can sort of word that in a nicer way. He's not quite as he was. I think there's any doubt in that. But when it comes to needing someone reliable, I think Werner's going to be that man. Not only do I think Werner fits in our sort of new style of get the ball at your feet, run, try and take people on, play the key passes and score goals, just be clinical. One thing we have missed this season is just sort of someone to be clinical with the ball. And I think Werner brings that, if I'm being totally honest. So he's been estimated, his release clause expiry, I think, ends on June the 15th, so we've got a week to finalise and complete this. And that release clause is £49.4 million, which, for a striker, I think it was, who was it? Was it Roy Hodgson or who was it? It wasn't Roy Hodgson, was it? It was someone anyway. One of the major sort of old players, key managers, pundits, one of those, that said that the striker is the most important position, which is why all the money gets sent there. If you've got a striker that can score goals and do their job, then that's where all the money's gone, which I agree with. And so for someone like Werner, showing what he can do both in terms of in the Bundesliga and in Europe, I think 49 million is a bit of a steal, if I'm being totally honest. We're selling Morata, right? Think about this: flop Morata for 58 million or 48 million, however much it converts to from euros to pounds, whatever. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if I think it's 58 million euros and something like 48 million pounds, and we're buying Werner for 49 million pounds. So effectively, we're getting rid of a player that was going to go anyway, and bringing in an amazing young talent. How young is Werner? That's the only one thing I haven't put. Is he 25? I want to say 25. Not Werner to Chelsea, just a Werner, please. Team over 24. He's 24 years old, lads. We've got another 6 years, 7, 8, 9 years of him. For 49 million, I think that's a bit of a steal. Pick him up from under Liverpool's noses. If Liverpool want to sign a player to play a specific sort of like attacking, free-flowing team threat, then it's going to be suitable for Chelsea and an absolute steal. So that's my opinions. If he makes it, hey ho. If he doesn't, I don't think we should be looking at a price tag no more. I think we're past the age of we've paid 50 million and he's flopped. Like, come on. The clubs are going to throw whatever money other clubs demand to sign a player nowadays. It's just whether he works. That's all we need to see. Does he work or does he not? Come back to me in 6 to 12 months' time and give me a verdict. But hey ho, if he doesn't work, he doesn't work. Simple as. If it does work, fair enough. Moving on to the second half of the video. Where do we go from now? like I said, we have an abundance of players in specific positions that are causing a bit of a detrimental effect to the team. You know, left back we've got Alonso and Emerson, both of which fight to get into the team, both of which have been given equal opportunity, neither of which have shown to be top quality. It's not a case of we put Emerson at left back because one week he might be good, one week he might be bad. Alonso, great when he's playing wing back, terrible when he's playing left back. What do? Well, we need to get rid of one. We need to get rid of one of them. Have one of a very decent backup. And then sign a very good, experienced, borderline, looking to be great left back. Now, I've narrowed it down to about 3 options that Chelsea are probably going to go with. 2 of which are the obvious ones, one of which probably won't end up happening. And what I think about these are, get the first one out of the way, Telles, estimated 35 million for a 27-year-old. It's great. I like Telles, I'm a big fan of Telles. Whether he fits Chelsea's sort of style, not too sure. I don't think Porto play the attacking sort of football that many people might think they play. I mean, I suppose they sort of do. I don't think he fits our style particularly good, so I wouldn't go for him. Tagliafico, on the other hand, Ajax man, left back, £22.4 million he was offered to Chelsea for, reportedly. I'm going to keep it at that. £22.4 million for a 27-year-old. You know, he's coming up to prime age. We saw what we have seen him play for Ajax. He's an amazing talent, he's an amazing threat. Attacking wise, if Lampard really does want to push this narrative of, you know, attacking, free-flowing, sort of fluid movement, I think Tagliafico, in that position, I think he plays it very well. I think defensively he's great. And for £22.4 million is a very, very good deal, in my opinion, if we can get him for that. That is. Now, the last option, obviously, I love Alphonso Davies. I think he is arguably I don't want to say the best because you've got Robertson up there, you've got the likes of Jordi Alba and yeah, but he's arguably one of the he's probably the most on form left back right now in world football. Arguably, I think he's been absolutely killing it, both going forward and coming back and defending. And I'd love him to come to Chelsea, but I can't see it happening. So we'll move on to the last player in Chilwell. Ben Chilwell. What do I think? I don't know. I'm a bit on the fence with this one. £60 million. He's been set sort of as a rough estimate price. I'm going to go with yes. We do want him. I do want him, and I do like him. Number 1, it is a bit hefty, but is it hefty because there's an Englishman playing in the English league? Probably. However, look at where Leicester are in the league. 3rd. Killing it. With arguably a weaker team than they had when they won the league. Yet they're still performing at a top level. Number 2. He's 23, so he's still young. He's still got years left in him that Chelsea may or may not capitalise on if he does join. Number 3. Lampard's done this thing where he likes to bring through his youngsters, especially his English talent in the likes of Reece James, Hudson-Odoi, Mason Mount, Billy Gilmore. Even Barkley's had his chance this season and has proven himself on multiple occasions. And so will it help this sort of... I'm going back a few years here to... There was a debate, I think, between Lampard, Gerrard, and I think it must have been Ferdinand. Was it Ferdinand? It might have been. When they talked about when they were on England duty. And now everyone stayed within their cliques. And it hindered the national performance. Or international performance, should I say. And so is Lampard a little bit more conscious of that than he used to be as a player? And so thinks if I could bring through, I don't know, either more English talent or help either divide these groups or like cohese these groups together. You know, bring through the English talent and make sure that the English talent's there. You know, do something good for the sake of the team. And if, I don't know, maybe he's gone out and spoken to multiple team members, I don't know, I'm not a mind reader, and maybe he's gone, out of these three, what guys would you want to work with? I know a lot of you are friends with this person, I know a lot of you are friends with that, what would you think about bringing him? Because think, if I was a manager, I know it doesn't always work like this, if I was a manager, I'd probably do that. I'd probably go, you know what, we have a few options here. It's hard to really rank them between who would actually perform better and who wouldn't. So what do you guys think? Who would you work well with as a manager? He's got to be conscious of his players' opinions as well as his own, you know. Anyway, that's sort of going off track a bit. But that's like a third point of why I think Chilwell would work, is because he's English, he gets on with a lot of the players in the team already. I know Tagliafico could come in, being Argentinian from the Netherlands, and being from the same team as Ziyech actually could be a very good move. Bring two players over. Is he reluctant to bring Tagliafico over in case something goes wrong with Ziyech or Tagliafico? Because them two are close already, cause a bit of a rupture between them. He doesn't want to bring one player through that may benefit, or it's like a benefit or harm scenario. If you're bringing through Ziyech, you could be performing here, and bring through Tagliafico. If one of them goes up in performance, another one may. But if one goes down, another one might go down. It could be that sort of scenario where I was thinking it could hinder one's performance if I try to bring the other one through. Anyway, that's just another scenario we've made up in our heads. But yeah, that's our left back option. I'd sell either Alonso or Emerson. I'd prefer to keep Emerson because I think he's a better left back. Alonso is a great left wing back, but I don't think we play with wing backs often enough. Or I don't think Lampard wants to play with wing backs often enough. So that's just my opinion. Agree or disagree as you want. Last but not least, centre back options. We've got 4. We've got Rudiger, Tomori, Christensen, and Zuma. And we're only playing with 2 centre backs. Or at a push, if you want to put Reece James, if you want to keep Azpilicueta on the pitch, play Azpilicueta centre back. That's 5 options we could have at centre back. We don't need that many. My personal opinion, and a lot of you may disagree with this, I'd keep Rudiger. I think he's by far and large our best centre back, easily. I would keep Tomori. Young English talent, incredible. In years to come, he could be brilliant. He's arguably the fastest centre back we've got, and I think that goes a long way with the style we need to play. If we do want to be playing fast, free-flowing, attacking football, we've got to have fast people that can get back. Reece James has shown that he's got absolute pace. When we play our style with Azpilicueta at right back, we never do as well, because Azpilicueta can't keep up with the pace that are coming back at us on counter-attacks. Reece James can. I think Tomori is completely suitable for that centre-back role. I think it could be incredible. I would then get rid of both Zuma and Christensen. You might think I am absolutely bonkers here, but I find it hard in my head to keep one but not the other. Okay. But I think if we are to bring in a top centre back, we need to get rid of one or both of these. Now, who goes, I'm not too sure. You know, I'm not the deciding factor, don't take my words for granted. But I do think that at some point we need to get rid of one or both of them. I think if I was to pick one of them, it'd be Christensen to get rid of. Christensen to get rid of. I just think, I don't know, Zuma's had a bit more match experience, I think. He's had them 2 years at Everton. Or does that make him worse? He's had 2 years to prove himself and he hasn't. If you can't solidify a place in the team, then what can he do? Both of them have been very unreliable at times. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Get rid of them both and bring in one centre-back to really solidify our defence. So, I've narrowed it down to our 4 most likely options to sign. And we've got reason behind this. Number 1, Koulibaly, on everyone's radars. Probably going to want to make his move this year, if he is intending to come to the Premier League, because he's 29 years old in June, and we're in June. He's 29 years old this year, and if he doesn't move this year, I don't think he will. If I'm being totally honest, not with the way that the clubs, especially at the top of the table, are looking to purchase players nowadays. They're looking for young, sort of 22 to 26-year-olds that they can keep for another 4 to 5 years, mainly because if they don't perform too well, they can at least recoup a lot of that money back with the promise that, you know, he has this potential that he can fulfill, therefore is worth a bit more. So, Koulibaly, he's been argued to be less than 100 million. You know, I think Napoli set around 100 million target. That's completely irresponsible. He's never going to go for 100 million pounds. Napoli haven't done too well this season, so from what I've read, he's between 60 to 90 million, which for a top-rated 29-year-old, it is prime. You know, had a great season last season, has had a couple of great years behind him. I think that's reasonable. 60 to 70 million, in my opinion, could be great. But like I say, he's 29. Maybe we'll only get 5 years of him. But money's money at the end of the day. We'll recoup that 60 million within 2 years at Chelsea. You know, Abramovich is fucking loaded. Number 2, bring in Nathan Ake back. Now, he's done brilliantly, as far as I'm aware, at Bournemouth. They're not doing brilliantly as a team, but, you know, some great performances from Ake. He's used to the Chelsea setup. He's used to, you know, performing at a specific standard. I don't know whether it be under Lampard or whether it be under the coaches at the club. I think he's a great fit. Fits back into like a core of the squad that have been used to having him there for a number of years previous to him leaving. Has a lot of great connections, but he's 25 years old. He's the second oldest on this list. But that is a good 7 to 10 years out of him if we keep him for that long. 40 to 50 million is the price that he's estimated at, or at least Bournemouth's estimated price. I think he could go for that, to be fair. I reckon that's a brilliant asking price. However, it's not really shown himself in like a European international stage. So, lo and behold, we're not too sure. The next one is a bit of a curveball for me, but I did read that he's on quite a few clubs' radars, and I can understand why. It's Ben White from Leeds. The 22-year-old has had an absolutely phenomenal season with Leeds. He's been great, but is he just another one of these young English talents that's been hyped up by the media? Probably. Do I think he's going to be an exceptional centre-back? Most definitely. He's got a lot of qualities that, you know, the bigger clubs are looking for. He's fast, he's strong, he's tall. What more can you ask for? He's great defensively. His asking price, or his estimated price, is 18 to 25 million. That for me is an absolute steal. If I was, I don't know, Leicester, Wolves, West Ham, Bournemouth, anyone like that, I'd immediately be looking at him for next season already, without like question. The top 6, you know, they're like, or even Leicester are top 6 now, to be fair. They've been killing it. But I think losing Maguire, bringing Ziyech through, I think Ben White could be a great option for Leicester, but that's out the window. For Chelsea's perspective, or one of the top 6, like, you know, the Man United, Liverpool's, is Ben White on your radar? Probably not. Probably going to wait to see how he performs in the league. Probably get him in January if necessary. But for Chelsea's perspective, we need a centre back. We need a solid, reliable centre back. Championship isn't an easy league. It's not just one where top 3 teams win it. Anyone can win that league, and he's been phenomenal. So he's an option. And last but not least, the 21-year-old, £55 million, Upamecano. That's his name. Now, I read this because I was reading through like articles, whatever, and I thought one of them's going to crop up, whether it's Mukiele or Mukiele, how you pronounce it, Konate or Upamecano, Jesus Christ. And lo and behold, Upamecano showed up on multiple searches. So, what are my thoughts on that? Well, 55 million, a little bit more expensive than the likes of Ake and White. granted. Younger than anyone on that list. What does that say? It says he's already a top quality centre-back. Number 2, he's proven himself in Europe. He's already in the Champions League. Leipzig beat Liverpool. Did they? No. No. Luke. I know they didn't beat Liverpool. I don't know why I said that. He's still proving himself in Europe regardless. Just ignore that last statement. That was my head going on a whammy. I had Atletico's badge in my head and thought, oh, I remember they beat Liverpool. Upamecano doesn't play for Madrid. He plays for Leipzig, and I know he does. That was a stupid thing. Anyway, moving on. Upamecano, I do think that he's a great talent. Now, looking back at the list, going back on what I've in principle agreed on myself as to what I'd do, is we need a player that's already great. We don't want to sign someone that's similar to the Zuma or Christensen that we're probably going to be getting rid of. We don't want a young talent that could be good in 2 or 3 years' time. We've got that in Tomori. We've got that in Rudiger already. Zuma and Christensen at a push, if you really want to argue why they need to still be in the team. So, for my opinion, I don't think Ben White will be the best suited for Chelsea. I think that a team will snap him up. I do think there are so many Premier League teams that can afford that price tag and will get him. Nathan Ake, I don't think Koulibaly is going to be suited for Chelsea, if I'm totally honest. I don't think that sort of player is what Lampard's really after. I don't think Lampard's after the, key marquee expensive player signings. I think he's on about who is actually technically gifted in that specific position. And in my opinion, that's between Ake and Upamecano. Koulibaly's great. I think he's too expensive and a little bit too old for that price tag. Yes, he's in his prime. Yes, he's one of the best in the world. But Lampard's looking for the future. Lampard's looking ahead. He's not looking for the here and now. No, Billy Gilmore, Hudson-Odoi, all the young talent. James, Kepa at a push. He's younger. It's obvious that Lampard's looking ahead for the next 10, 5, 10, even 15 years. So we need to follow that and not get Koulibaly. But also, with the position we're after, we don't want to go too young. So it's between Ake, 25 years old, 40 to 50 million. Upamecano, 21 years old, 55 million. Who do you go for? Personally, I'd go for Upamecano. He's proven himself. We're in Europe. We need to be pushing them Europa spots. I don't want Ake to come back and perform at the level that he was at when he was at Chelsea, which is 70 to 85% of his potential. I want to sign a guy of Upamecano that's going to come in, hit the ground running, link up with Rudiger, Both have Bundesliga experience, both can adjust. We've got the likes of Tomori that can play in that position regardless. And we're going to have a great squad. Which leads me on to talking about how our squad could line up. Oh. I didn't give an opinion on which of the left backs I'd prefer. Personally, I think Chilwell would be the best option. Which goes against what I initially thought. He's 23 years old, he's youngest, we're going to have him for the longest. I don't mind spending 3 times the price tag of Tagliafico if we have him for an extra 4 years before we even get to Tagliafico's age. I think that's going to be a great thing. Anyway, you drop down there, and I'm going to put you in here. Oh, Footbin's going all weird on me. Well, I can't move players. There we go. That doesn't work. Okay. So, our potential lineup next year could be great. I think if we're talking FIFA formations, the 4-3-3 second variation where we have a CDM and then 2 centre mids. 4-3-3, Kepa in goal. Reece James right back. Rudiger right centre back. And I've got Tomori here just because his future stars is here, but I'd probably go Upamecano at centre back. Left back, Chilwell. I think that could be great. Jorginho sat in that CDM spot. Kovacic on the right, Ziyech on the left. Yes, I'm playing them both centre mid. I do think it's going to be a great option, but like I said, Ziyech could be playing left wing anyway. So I think that could be a great option if we want to have either Loftus-Cheek when he's back into the squad properly. Mason Mount could go there, and Kante can go there. We have options in the midfield that we do like to rotate, and I think the rotation in midfield and having quite a few centre midfielders is key, whereas having lots of centre backs isn't key. We play with 3 centre mids. Jorginho or Kovacic can play that deep playmaker role. Jorginho or Kante can play a deep sort of defensive player. You've got Kovacic, Ziyech, Mount, all can play that attacking centre mid box to box role, including Loftus-Cheek actually. If we want to play as a cam, we've got Mount, Ziyech and Barkley. We've got options depending on what we need for each team. And I think that's key. Obviously I've got Azpilicueta on the bench because I can't play in centre back, can I? Not when we've got the likes of Upamecano and Tomori and Rudiger to choose from for this hypothetical team. And personally I put James right back. Then up top, like I said, on the left I go with Hudson-Odoi. I do think he's got the talent. Yes, his injury didn't help, but he has still got the potential there. Werner up top and then Pulisic on the right. Obviously this can all change. You've got Willian who can go on the right. We've got Pedro, he's probably looking to leave. Willian's probably gone. A good fucking riddance. I don't like Willian. You guys know I don't like Willian, and you can hate me for it in the comments. I don't like Willian. I think he's lazy off the ball. On the ball is okay. He drives forward, he creates chances, but off the ball, absolutely shit. I don't like his movement at all. Pulisic and Hudson-Odoi both offer a lot more. On the plus side, we can have a Mount on the left, Ziyech on the right. There's a lot of versatility in this, and if we look at the likes of the teams that have been doing it incredibly well over the past sort of 4 to 5 seasons, in the Man Cities and the Liverpools, what we can see is off the bench, they still have options. The thing that's been getting Man United and Arsenal and Tottenham away from them top spots is the later the season goes on, you get a few injuries. Players have to fill in different roles that they're not used to. Liverpool, Man City, you could pick 2 players to come off the bench to fill in any spot of that team. Arguably for Man City, it's been tough this season because they've had defensive injuries and left back's been a bit of an issue. But any other position, you can pick and say, right, either that player or that player can come on. Attacking wise, that player or that player can come on depending on what the team's looking for at that stage of the game. Chelsea, Man United, Arsenal, Tottenham have all lacked that over the past sort of 5 years. But I think Lampard has recognised this, and that's in his head. You've seen that when players have come off the bench and gone on the pitch. Like, I can't give you Mason Mount's best position because it's either centre mid, cam or left wing. What an array of positions. Yes, Abraham and Kepa have their specific positions. It's not. I'm not stupid, but the versatility of many of these players is what's key. And I've got on the subs bench here a great little subs bench. Cavallero as a backup goalkeeper is incredible. The likes of having Tomori as a backup is incredible. Azpilicueta that can fill at centre back or right back, incredible. Alonso and or Emerson is a great backup. Mason Mount, Billy Gilmore, Loftus-Cheek and Barkley as centre mid to cam replacements. Insane. Giroud, Batshuayi's fucked off. He's gone. He's gone this season. I'm sorry, if he's not gone this season, something's wrong. If we're bringing in the likes of Werner and we keep both Giroud and Batshuayi, something's wrong. Because we don't need them. I'd understand if we kept Batshuayi if Giroud went. But Batshuayi isn't going to want to be a third striking option. Just my opinion anyway. And obviously the likes of, Willian and Pedro. Pedro's probably gone. We could probably do with another winger substitute, but then again, that could be Ziyech this season. I'm looking forward to seeing where Lampard wants to play Ziyech. Because I think if Ziyech plays on the left, Hudson-Odoi comes onto the bench and we've got Mason Mount on the left. Or Kante on the left. That's who I got rid of, Kante off this. That could be insane. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this and you sort of understand a lot of my points that I made. Don't take my opinions to heart, they're just my opinions. I'm really, really looking forward to the Chelsea squad next season. And quite honestly, the pulling power that Lampard's shown has been incredible. And I'm really, really, really delighted to see who we can sign this season. So